Hello, hi, I'm Mark, and in this video we're just gonna be talking about rainbows, and basically what I'm gonna do is, let me just show you. Woo! Rainbows. It's rainbows. Because who doesn't like rainbows? Rainbows are commonly known as the symbol of hope, peace, pride, the LGBTQ flag. It's the symbol that God is never gonna flood the earth again. And there may be a pot of gold at the end of it. So my entire goal for this video is to fill this whole room up with rainbows, minus the gold coin. I mean, that could be cool. And we're gonna try to do 3 pretty simple experiments to try to accomplish this. But before we jump into our experiments, I do wanna understand and try to learn how rainbows are made. How are rainbows made? So I want to share with you the things that I've learned, and please correct me if I'm ever wrong, and I'll try my best to keep it simple. When I'm talking about rainbows, I'm talking about the whole range of colors visible to the human eye. And this rainbow is what we see after that rain, like what we see in the sky. Now, sunlight we perceive as white, but it's actually the whole spectrum of colors combined. Knowing this, how can we take all the colors from the light and then spread them out and make a rainbow? How does the rain do it? Well, whenever light passes through a material such as glass or water like rain, refraction can occur, meaning it changes direction and speed, and that actually spreads the wavelength of light. When you spread the wavelength of light, you see all the visible colors, like the spectrum, which is rainbow. I hope that all makes sense, and I just want to jump into our first experiment because we're running out of light. So our first test or experiment is going to be with a prism. Let me show you my setup. So I'm just reflecting light off of this glass so that it can go through this prism, bounce off over here. It's hard to see on the phone, but it makes 2 rainbows right there. But our prism's right there, hanging, and it's actually sending rainbow all the way down here. And just for funsies, for later, here's a little snippet of what we're gonna be doing. Whoa! Oh yeah. Here's another variant of the prism. It's this thing. And I believe these crystals work just kind of like a prism, but it just makes a lot more rainbows, tinier ones. A little fun fact, back in the day they thought prisms would color light, kind of like a stained glass. Isaac Newton actually proved this wrong. So the experiment that he did, let me see if I could recreate it. I'm gonna go close up real quick. Here's a little quick experiment to show you that this is not staining the light. He just let one single color to go through the slit. And the idea is, like, if you get another prism and you put it on that color, if it colors the light, it should be a rainbow, right? But no. Let's try a different color. Let's try blue. Blue-green, that's kind of cool. This shows that the prism is not coloring the light. But we're gonna keep moving on, and let's go to our next experiment. This looks cool. Our next experiment involves CDs. We just need a CD. You could already see the rainbows in it. And oh, I'm seeing some rainbow in the ceiling, but you probably can't see that. Where's my rainbow? I'm seeing a little bit of rainbow. I don't know if, oh, wait, can you see that on camera right there? Sort of similar to the prism, the CD spreads the colors of the light. And it's because of what's called grating diffraction. Sort of simple terms, the CD has these like super micro gratings that are evenly spaced out, and when the sun hits it and bounces around, it's able to spread these colors. So if you bend it a little bit, it kind of combines all the color and makes it more vivid. I wonder if I could like break this into little pieces and actually make a disco ball with it. Oh! won't break. That's all I did to it. Let's move on. For our next fact, I want to quickly talk about the colors of the rainbow, or Roy G. Biv. Like, why Roy G. Biv? And if you've never heard of it, it's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. I hope I got that right. Whenever you see a rainbow, you'll notice it's in this order of Roy G. Biv. And why is that? Basically, it all comes down to wavelengths, and all the colors that you're seeing are the different wavelengths of that light. From red having longer wavelengths, meaning it has lower energy, towards violet has higher energy or shorter wavelengths. So, and beyond that is something that our eyes can't see. It makes me think about, like, if you're colorblind, how do you see rainbows? Or if you're an animal that can see like a different range of spectrum, like, what's that world like? I digress. I just think light is so fascinating that something so simple that we see every day can get so complex. But let's move on. So the sun has moved forward even more, and this works perfect for our third experiment, which is my favorite. We just need water. Wow, no, oh, I dove it. So fill it up with water. The only other thing that we need is a mirror. The light bounces off the mirror and the water actually refracts it. So the water is the one that's slowing down the light and spreads it out so we could have a rainbow. There's actually a specific angle that works. Ooh, wait. It's working. Whoa, there it is. Let me show you what's going on. Water, glass, and you could actually see a little bit of rainbow right there. Reflecting all the way over there. It looks dope. I'm gonna touch this, and then boom. It just comes to life. And they're just mesmerizing how they're moving. The gradation is so smooth. I love it. I love it. With all this rainbow science, what can we actually do with it besides appreciating its beauty? Well, we could actually use this to study the universe, which is amazing to me. And it's achieved with something called spectroscopy. It's where scientists use a device called spectroscope. And this device can capture the light from space and actually use the same idea that we've been doing with our experiments, splitting our light and spreading the spectrum. And this rainbow, the spectrum, actually contains information that we can analyze and figure out what elements this light has interacted with. So basically, we're figuring out what's out there in the universe by reading a rainbow. Anyways, I basically want to use everything that I've learned about rainbows to create them and then paint my room, my apartment, with rainbows. Hopefully it'll work, so we'll see. As you can see, if I'm dispersing that, I'll just put some of the CDs. It's very subtle, but it's there. That's awesome. I was this close to finishing it up. Unfortunately, we ran out of time. There's no more sunlight inside our room. But there's always tomorrow, so I'm gonna try again tomorrow. I've been running around trying to set up this rainbow because the light keeps shifting and it keeps changing, but I'm gonna quickly show you what I got. All right, you ready for this? Check that out, that's so cool. So cool. It's like a party in here. So I have the crystals that my partner Elizabeth has, and I combined them. I have a couple of prisms I have some crazy contraption. I have all these. Look at that, the CD's actually doing such a great job with that rainbow. Look at all that.
All right.
What do you think?
Whoa, it's a party in here. Whoa, you can even like see it.
Oh, that's so cool. Look at your crystals.
Whoa, look at the walls. Ooh, that's so cool.
I just wanted to see how far I could push it. It's all fading slowly. I mean, there's still some.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool how it's constantly changing.
Yeah. Overall, I thought it was pretty successful and it was pretty amazing. Pretty magical, I'd say. Obviously, the sun keeps moving, so every couple minutes, that rainbow would shift and change, so I have to switch all the mirrors and the prisms. It was a lot of work, but the results were pretty amazing. I learned so much from our experiments, and I hope that you did too. I just think that it's so cool with like something so simple, we could create something beautiful. Well, hopefully you liked the video as much as I had fun making it, and that it inspires you to bring a little bit of color in your space. Peace.